Hey guys, welcome to the video about what happened to me. Last time I tried to film this, holy crap, that last take was 22 minutes. I talked for 22 minutes without stopping. I'm gonna try to do this a lot quicker this time, and let's just jump right into it. At this point now, this happened almost 3 months ago, and let's just start with the morning of that day. So I woke up in Flores, Flores being a little island town on Lake Petén in northern Guatemala. Got some footage for you for that. It was a pretty normal day. I had a few things I needed to do. I needed to go get an oil change, so I started by running around trying to find a place to do that. Turns out that it was Sunday and all the shops were closed, so I gave up on that idea and went to go check out this mirador that I saw on the map. It was across the pond in a little tiny town on the other side called San Miguel, which, by the way, I highly recommend. Really cool little spot. There she is. All right, let's go up to the mirador. The view of Flores is often a lot better than being in Flores itself. So the view from San Miguel is great. By this point, it was basically lunchtime, so I decided to have lunch, and I ended up eating at this place called Hostel Gretel, which is a little spot right on the water in San Miguel. It was so nice there. I really, really like that spot. Highly recommend it if you get a chance to check it out, and I'll leave a GPS link for that place. And here's some photos that they made me take right before I left. So the plan was to burn the rest of my daylight in a site past Tikal called Uaxactun, then go back to Tikal, set up camp, and then wake up super early in the morning and go to Tikal, because if you go to Tikal anytime other than the first thing in the morning, it's just absolutely flooded with people. And the important thing to remember about this whole area is that the Maya Biosphere Reserve, which is where Tikal is sort of like the crown jewel of Guatemala. It's their #1 source of tourism. They absolutely love this place and they take really good care of it. And that's kind of what started to piss me off. And I was not in the best mood this particular day, mostly because of this. Everywhere I went in Mexico, archaeological site-wise, I basically just paid a few dollars, went in, did whatever I wanted, had whatever kind of nice little quiet experience I wanted to have, and then left. Getting into this place, and you'll see the footage right here.
Next thing you know, they're gonna check my anal cavity.
They wanted all my information. They wanted me to get off my bike, give me all the bike information. They wanted to copy my passport. They wanted everything, all my personal info, because they keep super good track of who goes in and out of there, so that if somebody does something wrong, they can, I don't know, go after them or something. I don't know, but it really pissed me off. On top of that, in order to go to Uaxactun, I had to pay an extra 50 quetzales on top of the 150 quetzales to go into the park. But I finally get through security and get all my stuff done, and then I get into the reserve and I go all the way through Tikal and I get on this road to Uaxactun, which of course wasn't labeled and had security guards, and I had to get a gate lifted up, and it was just all this. I just felt like the day was becoming more and more complicated. I was wasting time. I was kind of trying to do this relatively quickly, and I felt like it turned into this whole ordeal that I didn't want it to. So I get on this road and I drive 25 kilometers. Because that's how far it is from Tikal to Uaxactun. The only thing at the end of this road is Uaxactun. The road doesn't go anywhere else. So yeah, it was quiet. There wasn't a lot of people out there. Uaxactun is kind of a tertiary site. It's, you know, it's on the maps, but people don't really go there that much. And I didn't expect to see anybody out there for sure. And when you see the footage of the road that I was on, you'll understand what I'm talking about there. So I get there, I get up to Uaxactun, I'm looking around. It is a very frustrating archaeological site, because in the middle of it is this giant helicopter just landed up there for God knows what reason. It's in the middle of this village. A bunch of people live here. They kind of like don't give a crap about it, and there's no signage, and it's spread out all over the place. There's a couple signs, but they literally show you absolutely nothing. There we go. So I'm gonna give one more shot at trying to find this main group, and then if I don't find it, I'm getting out of here. I'm pretty disappointed in the whole state of this place. And my point in saying that is that it's not a site. It's not a place that you would go and pay to go into. It's like somebody's backyard, essentially. So you get up there, and you're looking around, you can't find anything. I asked a bunch of people, everybody kind of acted like I was crazy. I was looking for the main stuff, which is like Group A. I kept asking people about it, and they kept acting like they didn't know what I was talking about. I saw some people working, I don't know. Eventually, after looking around and getting lost and getting more frustrated, I decided that I was just gonna go back to Tikal and hang out. I'm sure there would be a lot of people there, like eat some dinner, talk to some people, set up my tent. So at this point, I was kind of frustrated, and I was like, screw it, let's just go back to Tikal. So that's what I did. And that's when things went dramatically wrong. So you'll see the footage right here. This is the road that I was on. You'll notice that it's a single lane road, and there's not really even enough room for a full-size vehicle on this road. So when I say I didn't expect to see anybody out here, that's what I mean. You'll also notice that it is curvy and it is overgrown, so you can't see around the corners. And so let's put all these things together. I'm not in a great mood, I'm frustrated, I'm in a hurry, I'm trying to get back to Tikal from Uaxactun. This road is narrow, this road is windy, this road is overgrown, and that's what happened next. I got on the bike, I started driving, and that is, believe it or not, the last thing I remember. The next thing I remember is what you're gonna see right now. I'm not sure how long I was on the ground, but it was definitely a while, because it was mid-afternoon when the accident happened. They said I was halfway between Uaxactun and Tikal, and as you can tell from the ambulance ride, it's dark now, which means I was on the ground unconscious for quite a while, and judging by how things move over there, I don't know how long it took the ambulance to get out there. Needless to say, I'm really glad I don't remember any of this, because it would have been probably not the greatest memory. So the first thing I remember is talking to the EMT you see right in front of me and saying, "What happened?" And he looked at me and he goes, "You've asked me that like 12 times. And that's when I knew that things were not good. I mean, I already, I guess, probably assumed, but at this point, my brain is in another universe entirely. I can't even, I'm not thinking or doing anything. I just came out of shock, so, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Alright guys, that's it for part 1. Be sure to subscribe and keep an eye out for part 2 in the next 48 hours. I also threw together a Patreon, put the link in the description. If you feel like helping me out, go for it. If not, whatever. And I'll see you on the next one.